What's up, trainers? Today we're cracking into the Destined Rivals Elite Trainer box, but while we chase some big polls, I've got a theory that will melt your Pokédex. So hear me out. What if Giovanni, yes, the boss of Team Rocket, is actually Ash Ketchum's father? Stay with me. I know that sounds crazy, and you're probably saying, Socratic rips, not again. But it makes too much sense. It really does. So buckle up while we open up this ETB and ruin our childhood. This is Socratic rips, and let's do this. This whole set is called Destined Rivals, and it's all about legendary clashes, power struggles, and bloodlines. Huh? Bloodlines? Interesting, right? But it's a beautiful looking box. And that bloodlines are there. And look at. You have Giovanni. Just standing there looking like he's waiting for Delia Ketchum to reply to some of his text messages. Maybe waiting for his family to come home. Or just maybe keeping a vigilant eye on his son Ash. So let's open this up real quick. Now I ain't gonna go through the full box because again, if you want, I have ETB breakdown in another video. So we're just gonna get right to the cards and stuff. So please check that video out. It's pretty cool. I just go through all the stuff and yep. But we will definitely look at that Wobbuffet or Wobbuffet, however you feel like you say it. So we got, obviously we have a bunch of packs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 packs. Let's do this, guys. 9 packs to get that Mewtwo. But back to the theory. Here's the deal, guys. We have never seen Ash's dad. Not once, not a flashback, not even a name. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. We have never heard who Ash's dad is. It's kind of like My Hero Academia and Deku never knowing who his dad is, and they never mention it, right? But let's be real. Giovanni, he is always lurking in the background, watching for Ash from the shadows like a protective and loving father. Team Rocket is supposed to be an organization, a criminal organization, but explain this to me. Why would a criminal organization spend all this money to simply follow Ash around? Got these cards already? Yeah, so why would he do that? Why would they spend tons of money to do that? I mean, you literally have Jesse and James following Ash everywhere. And it's like they're keeping an eye out on a novice trainer. It's like they're trying to protect him, right? I mean, it sounds crazy, but just saying, guys. I mean, how many times have they inadvertently actually helped Ash? If I was a loving father, I was in the shadows, I would hire somebody to watch my children. Because I think that's what a good deadbeat dad does, right? Come on, give me a good card. No! This pack is being a deadbeat so far. But let's look at some canon clues. Let me hit you with some actual Poke lore here. So in the anime, Delia Ketchum, she used to travel with a guy named Spencer Hell and Professor Oak. Y'all know Professor Oak, the same guy who gave Ash Pikachu. Bro was irresponsible. Pikachu tried to unalive Ash right off the bat. Yeah, that Professor Oak. which is really suspicious that she's traveling with 3 guys. And none of the 3 guys are actually Ash's father. Think about that. You would assume if she maybe had a good working relationship with these people, I'll take that. It's a pretty nice card. That maybe one of those guys, Hell or Professor Oak, would be the father of Ash. But let's be real. Of course, I can't rip this open. But let's be brutally honest here, guys. Let's be brutally honest. The type of woman that Delia is, she could never be with a man like Professor Oak or Hell. She just couldn't. Delia did not want to be with a simp. Yeah, I just call Professor Oak a simp. You know, Delia wanted a strong, dominant man that she could actually have children with. Enters Giovanni, a CEO, and a man that Delia craves. Let's finish this real quick. Bang! I will take that. A Team Rocket's Raticate. Let me put that in here real quick. Boom! I will take that. But yeah, she wanted a strong alpha that she could have children with. And Hell and Oak, they just weren't that type of guys. So enter Giovanni, the man she's always wanted. High-paying job, strong, loyal, had a team behind him. You know, while she was traveling, I'm assuming she went out for a drink one night, and she saw this beautiful man in the club. I'm assuming it was at a club called Palatown After Dark. And that's how things happen. One faithful night. And 9 months later, Ash Ketchum is born. You know, I know too many people that were conceived after a night out. Just saying. But not me. I was planned out of love. But my dad still did leave for a 12-pack and he never came back. Damn. Low key, that kind of hurt. Yeah, that kind of hurt. Thanks, Dad. So we have evidence. You know who she wanted. She wanted a good man. She wanted a strong man. A man that could take care of her. Not no simp. See? Imp rhymes with simp. That shows and proves that the universe is telling me that this theory is right. Because simp and impy dimp rhyme. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, guys. Team Rocket's Factory, let's go. And annihilate. I'm just saying, the gods, the Poke gods were just telling me right now that Socratic Rips, you're right, and here's a sign. I'm just saying, are you denying that the Poke gods are wrong? I mean, I'm just saying, keep saying that. You may not get nothing good next time you get a pack. Just saying. All right, we're down to about, 4 more packs? Let's see if we can get, that full art of Giovanni, the Mewtwo. But remember, absence is also evidence in this case. Just like the absence of Ash's father in his life. Just saying, guys. All right, come on. Let's get some good cards here. All right, there's a lot of cards in here. Come on. Come on. No. Holy crap. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just thought of something. Hold on, let my brain process this thought. Uh-oh. Hear me out. What if, so hear me out again. So we have Ash's dad, Giovanni. Would that make Ash and Mewtwo brothers? What the hell? Dude, that'd be so cool. Articuno. Uh-oh, down to 2 packs, guys. 2 packs. We still need that Giovanni. We need some awesome cards. Right now, I got one really good card, in my opinion. Obviously, not every card is going to be the greatest. But you know who is great? Giovanni. You know, even if you wouldn't call him a deadbeat, he still chooses to watch over his son every day of his son's life and to make sure his son doesn't hurt himself, because clearly his son probably almost died a few times. I remember one episode, Ash is falling off a cliff, and by the luck of the Poke Gods, Charizard comes out of nowhere and catches him. Just saying. You know. But good fathers don't always look like the father that's just at home. Sometimes they got to run a whole corporation. I think we forget that. And we never asked the question, maybe Delia, maybe she doesn't want Giovanni there. Maybe she is the bad person in this case. Maybe she's the one that is holding Giovanni back from being the father that he wants and he needs to be. We never ask that question because we take women's side for everything. I'm just saying, think about it, guys. Think very deeply about that. Ooh, I will take that. That's a nice card. Don't know if I have this card yet, but I will definitely take that. So as we get into the last pack here, we're coming right down to it. But I just want to be real. I just want y'all to be fair. Because if Giovanni is, in fact, Ash's father, doesn't he deserve to have a relationship with his dad? Doesn't Giovanni deserve to build a relationship with the son that may have been stripped away from him by a petty, sadistical woman? We don't know. And so I want y'all to give him a fair shake. Because clearly, he's paying his people to watch over his son, to watch over Ash, to make sure he's protected, to try to get a psycho Pokemon, aka Pikachu, away from him. Because Bro is dangerous. I'm pretty sure we covered that in the last episode. Bro is dangerous. Just saying. Come on, last pack magic. Last pack magic. Oh man, the suspense is killing me. Just like the suspense is going to be killing us all until we find out who Ash's real father is. I'm going to put my money on Giovanni. It's up to you if you're going to do that or not. MC's hype. And a Sneasel. No! Let's see what we got here. Obviously, these are the best cards that I can see. And we got that Team Rocket's Raticate. So, with that said, you know, Giovanni, Ash, a destined rivalry between father and son. Call me crazy, but the Poke DNA is all there. So let me know in the comments, do you think that Giovanni is Ash's dad? Or is it just another fan theory gone too far? Like, subscribe, and hit that Pokebell for more wild Pokemon theories and fire card openings. Until next time, keep your friends close and your rivals closer.